Welcome back students. In this video we are going to discuss transportation problems, Vogel Approximation Method. Join the lecture to watch it. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum students. In this video we are going to discuss the third method and the last method of transportation problem, the Vogel Approximation Method, which is also known as VAM method. VAM stands for Vogel Approximation Method, VAM method. Some students get confused by this abbreviation. This is the Vogel Approximation Method, VAM method. Let's start the question. This question is basically solved by the penalties, column penalties and row penalties. We will discuss later. First, we will see the following example is balanced or unbalanced. So there are 4 destinations, means 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 sources mean 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. Supply is 30, 40 and 50. 40 plus 50, 90, 90 plus 30, 120. 25 plus 35, 60, 60 plus 40, 100, 100 plus 20, 120. So this is balanced form of transportation problem or Vogel Approximation Method. We have to solve this problem by Vogel Approximation Method or VAM method. First of all, we have to find out the penalties. What are the penalties? The row penalty and column penalties are the respective least digit difference of row and columns. To find column penalty, we have to choose the numbers of first column penalty. We have to choose the least 2 numbers. The difference of least 2 numbers. The least numbers are 3 and 1. The difference of 3 and 1 is 2. So the row penalty of column 1 is 2. The second row penalty is 3 because 7 minus 4 equals to 3. The third row penalty is 2 because 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. The next column penalty is 2 because 4 minus 2 equals to 2. Let's find the row penalties. In the same way, we will find the 2 least numbers in the row. The row penalty is 1 because the least numbers are 3 and 4. 4 minus 3 equals to 1. The second row penalty is 4 because 5 minus 1 equals to 4. The third row penalty is 1 because the difference of 3 minus 2 is 1. Student, this is complicated method. You should listen it carefully. We have choose the numbers which are least in the column or which are least in the rows. But we added the difference of these minimum numbers, just like 3 minus 1 equals to 2, 7 minus 4 equals to 3, 5 minus 3 equals to 2, 4 minus 2 equals to 2. In the same way, we write here 1 because 4 minus 3 equals to 1, 5 minus 1 equals to 4, 3 minus 2 equals to 1. We have chosen least numbers in the row or column and write the difference here in the penalties. So we have write all the penalties here. We have to choose the number which is maximum in the penalty, either in row or column. 4 is the respective number. So by choosing 4, it means we are choosing the row 2, source 2. We are choosing row 2 or source 2. 1 is the least number in the row 2. We will write 25 here because 25 is least with respect to demand and supply. Supply is 40 and demand is 25. We will write 25 here. 25 will become 0 and the whole column will become 0 because if demand becomes 0, then the whole column becomes 0. If the supply becomes 0, the whole row becomes 0. Thus we will proceed next and find the more penalties. The first column is 0, then the penalty will be empty. The penalty of first column will be empty. Now we will find the again penalties of rows and columns. 7 minus 4 equals to 3, 5 minus 3 equals to 2, 4 minus 2 equals to 2. In the same way, we will find the row penalties. We will choose minimum numbers and we will write difference here. 7 minus 4 equals to 3, 7 minus 5 equals to 2, 3 minus 2 equals to 1. So it is clearly seen that there are two numbers, which is 3, which are occurring twice in row as well as in column. So what will we do? We will chase the minimum value of row and column, but in this case 4 is the minimum value in the first row and 4 is the minimum value in the second column. So what will we do? We will see the allocation of both cells. We will see the allocations of both cells. With respect to 4, second column, with respect to 4, 50 is the supply and 35 is the demand. We will write 35 here. Or in this case, according to this cell 4, 20 is the demand and 30 is the supply. We will write 20 here. We will select that value which has high allocation. Student, this method is somehow complicated, so listen to it carefully. We will choose that number that has high allocation. In case of tie, we will choose that number which is high in allocation. First we will choose the least number. But in this case both are same least number. Both least numbers are same, so we see the allocation here. 35 is the higher allocation, so we will choose 35 here. 35 will become 0, the whole column will become 0. So here will remain 15 and it will become 0 and the whole column will cancel out. Again we will check out the penalties. So 5 minus 3 equals to 2, 4 minus 2 equals to 2. The first two columns is 0, so the penalty will become blank here. There are two numbers, so we will not decide minimum number. There are already two numbers here. 7 minus 4 equals to 3, then 4 and then 1. 9 minus 5 4, 7 minus 4 3, 3 minus 2 1. So we will choose maximum number in the penalties. 2 2 3 4 1. 4 is the maximum number, so we will choose second row. We will choose the minimum number. Minimum number is 5. So with respect to 5, 40 and 40. So we will not choose 40 here because 40 is the larger number, and we will choose 15 here because 15 is least By choosing 15, the whole row will cancel out and here will remain. So we will repeat the process. We will again find the penalties for 7 and 4 and 3 and 2. The first two column penalties are blank because it becomes 0. So 7 minus 3 equals to 4, 4 minus 2 equals to 2. At the same time, 7 minus 4 equals to 3, 3 minus 2 equals to 1. And the second row will become blank because this is 0. So we will choose 4 because we have to choose the most high or maximum number here. So we will choose the third column. I will choose 3 because we have to choose the least number in the column or row. We will choose 15 here because 15 is the least number. This row will be cancelled out and here will remain 10. So now we will choose 20 here. 20 will become 0 and here will remain 10. The 0 in last column will be cancelled out all the column. There is the last cell. We will write any of the number because both are equal, 10 and 10. Both will become 0, 0. So now we will obtain the optimum solution by multiplying the sum and the numbers and their allocations. By summing all of these blocks, we will obtain our basic feasible solution. So here we obtain the feasible solution by multiplying the blocks and their allocations, and the sum of all the cells equals to 435. 435 is the feasible solution. In the next video we will discuss unbalanced form of transportation problem and we will solve that unbalanced problem with Vogel approximation method.